Hey guys, what's up? This is Matt Thomas from Triple Double Podcast coming at you with a fast break episode recapping game two and looking forward to the rest of the NBA Finals. So, first thing I'd like to say about game two is that it was probably the most entertaining, ugly, hideous game of basketball that I've ever watched. Certainly at the end, it was nice that it was close. It was great that it went to overtime. First finals that the first two games have gone to overtime, but there were bad calls. I mean, the complete hack on LeBron towards the end of the game by Iguodala, and you could also argue the traveling call before that hack. I mean, completely missed, and there were several examples of bad calls down the stretch. There were bad shots. I mean, you'll recall that air ball that Steph Curry threw up that could have potentially won the game for the Golden State Warriors. So there were some ugly looks, some clankers off of the rim from the Warriors. I mean, both teams shot in the low 30% field goal percentage. So, and there are also several bad decisions down the stretch. I mean, just look at J.R. Smith, for example, at the end of the game. I mean, he almost cost the Cavaliers the game. So overall, still a very entertaining, exciting game to watch. And there's been a lot of buzz around the Cavaliers now that they have evened the series at one apiece. But for those of you excited about the Cleveland Cavaliers win, I would keep in mind a few things. First of all, did you notice that post-game celebration, especially from LeBron James? I mean, he looked like he had just won the finals after winning that one game. And he talked about in the post-game interview how this team is undermanned, which is completely true. I just don't know that subconsciously maybe they don't think they can win this series. And I doubt their ability to keep this up. I mean, if you were on Twitter last night, it's likely that you saw the video of LeBron James limping his way to the team bus. He's just suffering from exhaustion, fatigue, soreness. And next game is tomorrow night, Tuesday night. I just don't know if they're going to have the energy to keep this up. Also, I think the Warriors showed their finals inexperience in this game too, and really also in game one. I just feel like they're not yet used to this intensity that occurs in the NBA Finals. Obviously, there's a lack of finals experience there, and I know that Steve Kerr, as their coach, has played in several finals, but I feel like that intensity is perhaps one of the few things that Kerr can't really prepare the Warriors for. So I think you saw that pressure getting to the Warriors really in these first two games. You know, you could argue that Cleveland outplayed the Warriors in game one and were more prepared for that intensity. So really, the only way moving forward that I can see the Cavaliers winning this series is if Curry or the Warriors as a whole remain ice cold from the field like they were in game two. And I love Matthew Dellavedova, and I love the effort that he's put forward. He did a great job last night defending Steph Curry, but I just don't see him containing Curry like this for game three and moving on in the rest of the series. So, I mean, really, also you have to consider that Kerr is going to change his scheme to now adjust to what he's seen from the Cavs. So without Kyrie Irving, I mean, you know, I'll be impressed if the Cavs take this series to 6 or 7 games. I'll be shocked if they win this series still. You have to keep in mind, I mean, last year, LeBron was able to even up the series one game apiece when the Heat were playing the Spurs, and then the Spurs completely swept the Heat the rest of the way. I could see something similar happening this finals. I mean, the Cavs are using a smaller rotation. The rotation that they are using is exhausted. And the Warriors are just a deeper, better overall team. Certainly, LeBron is the best player in the world. He's proved that time and time again, especially in this series. Like I said, without Kyrie Irving, I will be impressed if the Cavs take this to 6 or 7 games. Justin and I both picked the Cavs when Kyrie Irving was healthy before the season. We predicted the Cavs would win this series in 7. But now that he isn't, I feel like the Warriors should be able to take this series in 5 or 6 games And really, I'm just rooting for a continually entertaining series the rest of the way, just hoping to avoid those 20-point blowouts, hoping that the series will be as great as these first two games have been, hopefully maybe a little less sloppy along the way. Anyway, that's my take on game two. Let us know what you guys think. Check us out, tripledoublepodcast.com. Subscribe to us on iTunes if you're interested. Let us know how you think the rest of this series is going. Thank you so much for listening, and enjoy the rest of the finals. Again, resuming tomorrow night, Tuesday night, June 9th on ABC. Have a great week, you guys.